Eh. It was alright. Now,
Thank you.
guys, you should have did it, man. Not even to be funny, like I'm not even trying to play
Could you
Janelle.
bless the ears, please? And the heart, the eye.
What?
Could you bless the people?
Oh, bless the people.
Yeah, bless the
You want to
people.
hand it to me?
Yes, please. Hi, guys. Welcome to Spiritual Confessions.
I swear I hate this mic sometimes.
You might have to say that again, though, by the way.
Okay.
You falling asleep?
Hi, guys. Welcome to Spiritual Confessions. I'm your host, Jovial Empress. Today is season 1, episode 9, and we're talking about the law of attraction.
Woohoo!
Ooh.
What season are we in right now?
This is season 1.
Season
No,
one.
no, no, no. We're are we in
Capricorn?
Yeah. Okay.
It's over for Sagittarius season. Gosh.
All right. So let's snap it up for the Capricorns. You're all welcome.
Let's just snap it up.
All right. She's allowed to. Hi guys. Today we have Claude, Deja, the Capricorn, and Taj.
What up?
We're gonna be
What's
talking
up,
about
guys?
again the laws of attraction. So Taj is gonna start us off today and let us know what is the law of attraction.
You know, I'm getting kind of sick and tired. Being thrown in. Before we get into that, like, I just know, how is everyone doing today? You know, it's all about you guys today. How are you guys doing?
I'm feeling good.
That's good. How you doing, Deja? You doing good
Very
over there,
good.
Claude?
Yeah, I'm good, man.
All right.
Shit.
You know, feeling good is a good idea of what law of attraction is. Understanding that being in a good space and allowing yourself to say, I'm going to have a good day, is an idea of law of attraction. But to dive a little bit deeper, law of attraction itself, or spirituality itself, it's all about energy. And I can't stress that enough. When it comes to a law of attraction, the energy or the frequency that you vibrate at matters. That means the foods that you eat, the people that you're around, the things that you watch, and the way that you think in your everyday life of your human experience is what you attract. If you are angry and you do not take the time to calm down, all you're going to do is find more problems that will increase your anger. But if you have a misconception, if you have an inconvenience in your life and you think positively about that inconvenience, you will, no doubtedly, I think that's a word, find a way to figure out your inconveniences. Understand that law of attraction is the embodiment of what you are. I think I said that right.
Yeah, he's basically saying like attracts like. So whatever you imagine, whatever you feel, whatever you think, it becomes you. That's what's in your vortex. And also what orbits you is your own energy. You attract the same people that are like. And more than often, sometimes even the thoughts that we have, the don't wants become our wants, becomes a part of our vortex. You start to attract what you don't want instead of what you want. And does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
Follow you.
So another thing to look at is, how does the law of attraction work? And how does the law of attraction work for you in your life?
To me, in my life. Oh, okay. I have the perfect example for when it comes to the law of attraction and when it comes to me, right? So, I have this movie that I watch. I feel that movie changed my life, and it's a movie by Jim Carrey. It's called Yes Man, and it's like a
It's a really, really
very
good.
funny movie,
Very good
but it's a
movie.
very good movie because I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Like I always been the type of guy. I'm positive, but like since I watched that movie, like I've been saying yes to a lot more, and me saying yes opened a lot way more doors for me. Like so that's one movie I want to recommend to everybody. Yes Man by Jim Carrey. Make sure you go watch it. That maybe it's gonna change your life too. But that's how like I was able to express like my law of attraction.
How about you, Deja?
I feel like you guys were saying like attracts like, and I feel like before I was aware of like how to actively attract things into my life, we're constantly doing it whether we know it or not.
Right.
And it was a period in my life where I was very, very, very low vibrational. And I was wondering like why a whole bunch of bullshit just kept happening to me all the time. I'm like, what am I doing to deserve this? But it was because of the people I was surrounding myself with, the things that I was doing, the way that I was thinking, like you said. Like I was always that type of person who I thought like if I think the worst, I can't be disappointed. So I'm constantly thinking the worst, and then the worst is
Wow.
happening in my life.
Yeah.
You
So-
basically lowered your own vibration.
To protect myself, but it was just attracting more negativity in my life.
Wow.
I had the same problem growing up. Like you guys wouldn't. Well, y'all probably would believe this because y'all know I'm crazy. But I used to literally think that if I thought negatively, like positive shit's gonna happen to me.
Yeah.
The complete opposite.
Like
how
you know
I
what I'm
thought.
saying? I really thought that. I'm like, you know what? Let me start. Let me be really, really, really negative about the situation, and watch. Good things gonna happen to me. But everything kept getting worse.
Because you
There's-
were focused on the good thing instead of the bad thing.
I know.
Right. There's a quote that says, well, I don't know if you guys seen Spider-Man No Way Home. So MJ, she said, expect disappointment and you won't be disappointed. I feel like that's a really, really good example
That's
of what you're
this.
talking
Yeah.
about.
Well. Yeah.
That's what I was.
You know what's
that's how I
funny?
thought.
A lot of people that have that same attitude. I know a lot of people that's like that, and they always talk about like, yeah, I don't expect nothing out of people because they're always going to disappoint me anyway. That's you always end up with that, like you know what I mean, like that's what you wanted anyway, and then you get upset later.
You just picked my brain because I was about to say something along those lines about like not expecting anything, so you're not disappointed. But that does not mean that you should not have a standard
Yep.
for what you want.
Yeah.
And that's how you attract what you need. Just because for instance, like disappointment, some people say don't expect anything from this person because that no, but when you have relationships with people, and this works perfectly in alignment with the law of attraction, is you have a standard for the people that you have in your life, and you make sure you have them in your life with purpose, that they are fruitful in their presence in your world, right? So therefore have a standard for them. That expectation of disappointment can be someone else's experience, but you can't expect from them what they aren't. You only expect from them the standard you set for them to be in your life.
Yeah.
And that's what you should attract.
When it comes towards like the idea of law of attraction, like it's one of those things where I feel like it's truly all in your head. You know what I'm saying? The power of the mind, or alchemy would be a really, really, really good source of law of attraction. What you think and how you feel in your current presence. A good example of this is what people eat. I feel like that what you eat really, really determines on what
How you vibrate.
your
That's true,
physical
man.
body
That's true.
is going to attract, like with the juice and this the new sickly new sickly disease that's going around, like people don't realize that what they eat attracts that.
Yeah, for sure.
And how you feel like attracts sickness. Like if you are always stressed out, or in a bad mood or depressed, you're more vulnerable towards different sicknesses.
But imagine this though. Imagine this, right? let's say like that animal that's about to get killed for you to eat or whatever. Imagine like his last like thought like that he was having before he got murdered, and
Ooh,
imagine you taking on
that.
And eating
that.
that.
Could
You're
we
eating
add-
that
eating
energy.
like, can we
Right.
beat that, like
Could I
something I really
add?
think that, yeah, go for
Could I
it.
add to that? I think that is so important. As
Exactly.
like a consumer country,
Mm-hmm.
we as a people, we often forget that like things come with energy, and we think that like we're gonna I would say absorb certain things and expect a different result.
Yeah.
For instance, before you kill an animal, like I know in Jamaica where I'm from, they like to kill ram goats for celebrations, and the ram have the rancor smell, and a taste of the meat is like, I don't even know what to say about the meat. It's like much stronger, and they rile the ram up, and when you kill the goat, when you kill it, basically the meat have like a what is it, a gamey taste or something like that.
Yes.
I don't eat
gammy.
meats.
No,
Yeah.
it's gammy. It's
Gammy. Yeah. So imagine all that fear in that goat, all the anger. And that's probably why the scent of the goat and the flavor of it tastes different. And I remember watching someone saying, he wasn't eating meat for a while, but now that he's eating meat, he can feel the angst. I don't know if I'm saying the word right, from the meat. Like now he feels like more aggressive, and he was practicing like a vegetarian vegan diet. And people don't understand, like when you start to consume these things, this energy becomes you.
Right.
Damn.
And you,
I'm an animal.
yeah.
an
Now,
animal.
here's
Oh
the
my
thing about
God.
that. Like, I forgot what episode it was, but Janelle said it perfectly, that how energy cannot be created, destroyed. It is transferred. Everything you eat, touch, and think about, it's transferred to you. Like
Right.
when you're eating this meat, it is transferred. That energy, that fear, that
Guys,
depression, that stress,
I'm stressed out, man. I just had lasagna before I walked in here, so it's kind of like, you know what I mean.
Right.
You're like making me want to go to the bathroom and make myself throw up.
Oh, it was energy vampires.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And we were talking about like how different, things and people can be energy vampire. Meat or the foods that you consume is a great example of law of attraction.
Yeah.
One of the things is like, I remember when I was pregnant, and I always have stories when I was pregnant because it's the most recent thing big thing that happened in my life. Okay. um, I remember I was having this discussion with my brother about like food. We go to a certain restaurant and we buy from certain people, and we talk about being like spiritually responsible and also raising our own vibrations and things of that sort. And I said, like I was talking about the meat and in terms of how you were speaking of it. And I was saying, like, he was just like, did you ever think about like going to the store and you're buying this food and you're expecting it to nourish you, even though you say it's like vegan, high vibrational food. This person is selling it to you, and they're selling it in so they can make money. Oftentimes, the person who's serving that food to you is not in a good mood. They're just there to make the money. So that energy attracts to what
My
you're
mom says
eating.
that all the time.
Yeah,
Oh
you're
my
ingesting
God.
that. So that affects even how you feel after you eat something.
you-
You ever realize the feeling of home cooking? That's why people love
Yeah, home cooking,
homemade.
yeah.
Because so much
Yeah.
love's in
It's
the
from
food.
the soul,
like
like,
a
you
chef
know.
that puts love in their food tastes so much
good.
better, and they can use the same amount of measurements when it comes to their recipes. But if there's no love in that food, it's just gonna taste different. Like you're
Yeah,
not
for
gonna
sure.
feel it.
That's one thing Dr. Sebi says, like when he's healing his, I would say, patients or whatever, he would say, like, if you don't have love, love is the answer for everything. And if you don't have love, it's just not going to work.
But, and that's what we were just talking about, because Dr. Sebi also was charging people for these treatment and all that stuff. So how do we really know if Dr. Sebi energy was right?
What is money? Money is currency.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Money is currency. And although he had his, he had to make a living himself. Like,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? Like,
And he did a lot of free work, even when
I
it
get you
came
guys.
to
I'm
like,
talking about how do we know if that energy that he had on the money was positive or not? Like, we didn't really know. Maybe Dr. Sebi could be one thing on camera. I just want to play devil's advocate. He could be one thing on camera. It's preaching you all these things. And then behind closed door could be just be a money hungry person.
You will know by your own vibrations.
Man.
You
Like,
know.
yeah, you will know. And sometimes
Yes, I'm telling
sometimes the wrong people in our eyes can feed a person, and it depends on how they receive it. For instance, like another fake on the internet is like Yada. To me, I don't know if anyone knows about Yada.
No, you're not
Yeah.
familiar.
Okay, so he claims to be like a healer or whatever. I respect him for what he does for other people if it is positive, but he just does not. He's not the healer for me. But his message worked for a lot of people
Yeah.
that lived a lifestyle that he previously lived.
What lifestyle do you live?
Like he was eating the sad American diet,
Oh, damn.
and he lived a life that was like heavy abuse when it came to the body. So like his message reached to people who understands that lifestyle.
Yeah.
And it doesn't work for a person like me who have experienced life differently and understand like there's different ways to healing and energies that surround it. But yeah, another question I wanted to ask is, how do we start using the law of attraction?
A good way would be like your setting. You know,
Your
when you're trying
surroundings.
to manifest certain things in your life, your setting, the placement that you are is very, very important. Like me, like I work at a bar, but I try to stay away from always going to a bar. Bars or just alcohol in general is low vibrational. You know what I'm saying? When you go to a bar and you're drinking low vibrational liquor, and you have low vibrational people that are attracted to alcohol. And we're not talking about
Damn,
like
Taj, I feel like you judging us the shit out of us today. First, it's the food. I came in here late when I shot it. And now I'm drinking Henny. You talking about low vibration, motherfucker?
let me dive deep into it. So
Look, guys,
when
this
it
is
comes
spiritual
towards-
confessions, but
Yeah.
we are human. We're regular
I'm
people.
sipping
We
on some
relate
Henny
to
right
you.
now. You
No, it's
like,
fine.
Yeah.
it's just attacking
That's not
all of
the
us.
thing. Now, drinking, like, it's okay to have alcohol once in a blue moon. It's okay to get a little loose once in a blue moon, but it's the thing of going to work. Oh, I need to go to the bar. I'm feeling stressed out. I need to have a drink in me. Then you go to a bar, you bring all that stress and all that energy towards a bar.
Right.
Now that energy stays in the bar. That's what I was trying to lead to.
Yeah.
Not
Nah, I
saying
knew
that.
that. I was just fucking with you. I knew that. We don't drink. I don't drink all the time. so
You
I
know,
don't
my
care.
first time in a club, and I was probably like 22.
Damn, you went late.
Yeah, maybe 21. I think I was 21, maybe. I was in a club, and naturally I'm a like happy person, always up here. Don't need anything to like really bring me up here, as long as I'm around like good people. And everyone around me was drinking, and the vibe. It was in Jersey City, and the vibe in the club was like I could not connect. Because like sometimes when you drink liquor, it lowers your vibration, and it depends on how far you are and how spiritually strong you are too. Like you make yourself very vulnerable at that time. Yeah, no, seriously.
Janelle was about to go out there and twerk. That's what she tried to tell you.
No, I didn't enjoy myself because like I wasn't on the same like what is it like vibration or
You was sober.
Frequency.
yeah, I wasn't on the same frequency. I had fun in my corner, but when it came to doing what they did or what was going on, I just couldn't meet it.
What were they doing?
No, they were having fun in their own terms of fun, but I just felt like something spiritually was just like wrong there. And like a lot of the times I would have like friends who came back and told me stories of how like these strange things happened to them, but I'm like, you're attracting it, like you're lowering your vibration, you're expecting to meet like wonderful people here, but they're not even the people that you want to be around when you're sober. And like that experience taught me that like I don't belong in a lot of places.
Yeah.
Because you start to attract what you aren't.
Yeah, for sure, man.
And I'm with.
Oh, sorry.
I be
Not
drinking.
quite Deja.
I be with him. I be drinking, but I do know.
Oh, yes.
But
you
I
be
know
drinking.
that
Yeah,
like
we know
the
your
type of
stories.
person that I am, and being aware now of everything in the law of attraction, I make sure that when I go out, that I'm in a good mood before I go out. Because if I
Right.
go out and I'm
Yes.
sad or I'm going through something, it will not be a good night.
So wait,
As soon as I start drink,
You
it's
know,
gonna go to another
Deja,
level.
were you in a good mood last week when you went out and you?
I wasn't. That's
You
the
wasn't?
crazy part. I was
Oh,
telling my
okay.
friend that we were talking about like what I was going through beforehand that escalated that night, and I was like, "This is exactly why." But I was like, "It was my
Yeah.
birthday, so I forced myself to go out because I really hate going out when like I'm going through something or something's
Right.
heavy on my mind because it escalates."
And
Yeah.
you know, it's funny that you said that because I was going to bring up a situation where it's like your mental aspect towards law of attraction is extremely, extremely, extremely important. You know, like if you're, for example, if you're like, yeah, I don't really want to go to you know, or no, if I go to a bar and someone fucks with me, like I'm just gonna, you know, like I'm gonna let them have it. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like you that, you know,
You
you're
attract
attracting
it,
that.
yeah.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like when it comes to law of attraction, like I feel like the biggest thing, hands down, is your what you think. Like
Yeah.
what
Yo.
you think is a very, very important thing when it comes to law of attraction.
I got a funny story when it comes to law of attraction. I was like what 13, 14 maybe. I was living in Senegal, Dakar, Senegal in Africa, right? And I remember like how we had just moved like in that country, and I didn't really know anything about the town. So that day I stole some money from my dad or whatever. But when I was walking down on my block, like these niggas almost jumped me. Like apparently there was a gang in my neighborhood or whatever that I didn't know about because I didn't speak the language. They're from Africa, but they have like their own ethnic language or whatever that they speak that we didn't understand at the time. We just show up. So anyway, they almost jumped me. Anyway, I avoided that shit, but I still went to the club. You know what I mean? Like the night was so bad already, but I still went to the club. Long story short, bro, I go to the club, right, and no bullshit, bro. I hit somebody's leg, and I stumble, right. I don't know if I was drinking. I don't know. But long story short, my forehead, bro, hit the side of a table
Whoa.
while I'm at the club, right? And when I tell you guys, my forehead, like, that shit was, yo, I can't even describe this shit, bro. Bro, you look like I got jumped, bro. So now I have to go back home in this new ass country and explain to my parents what happened to me. Like, yo, I had to tell them I got jumped. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, because I had already stole the money. I knew I was already in trouble. Now I gotta go back home. It was, yo, the energy was so
The
bad
universe
that
gave
night.
you an ass whipping.
Yes.
No, seriously.
I needed to go back home. That's what I needed to do. But I'm like, nah, fuck that. I'm still gonna go to the club by myself in a country that I don't know anybody in. And there we go. I come back home with a fucking big ass knot on my head. Like, yo,
Guys,
sit
so
your
how
ass home.
do, we have so many instances of where we're not actually using the law of attraction.
Yeah.
But how do we use it to our like advantage? Like how do we use it in our life so we can manifest?
I think the biggest thing is awareness and then also detachment. I feel like if you're constantly like, I don't want to say I want to attract positive energy because you have to have that belief that you're going to. But if you're holding on to good things happening every 5 minutes, nothing's going to happen. You're going to be at a standstill. I feel like things have to flow. And if you have like a tight grip on something, it cannot happen for you. So I feel like being aware of your energy, what you're doing, but also having no expectations or detachment and just being fine with where you are right now and your energy right now and who you are right now, that's what's going to attract, more positive energy to you.
Yeah,
we
I agree
snap
with
that
that.
up?
I agree with Deja. Yeah, I was about to say that's not something necessarily you have to say like, oh, I need to attract positiveness or whatever. Like your
Just
action,
be that.
your action also have to match. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? The level of positivity that you want. You can't say, oh, I want to attract good things in my life, and then all you doing your actions towards that good thing or whatever are all bad. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's like mathematic, like negative and positive. Like
Right.
it's not gonna give you a positive result.
Right.
And that's what I was telling you guys. Like when I was younger, I really really thought like, yo, I swear if I think hard about being negative, like I'm gonna be good. Like I'm gonna go home. Like they're not gonna whoop my ass. Like they know I stole the money, but you know what I mean. Like it's okay. Like we just go back home and I'll be fine. Like nah, bro. Like you have to be positive. Like
Right. And we've discussed time. Well, I've said time after time, like energy is tri-dimensional. It's the mind, body, and the spirit. the mind aspect upon it is being positive overall. You know, I'm going to go here and I'm going to go to work and I'm going to have a great day, opposed to saying I'm going to go to work and there's always going to be bullshit and then there's going to be bullshit.
Yep.
The physical part, doing, okay, I'm going to go to work and I'm going to open the door for someone. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to make sure that that person is also having a nice day as well. That is the doing part. And the spiritual part, you know, I'm going to make sure I'm consuming the right foods, you know, to attract a good, healthy embodiment of my spiritual aspect. Because if you feel like shit, what are you gonna? You're gonna think like shit. You're gonna start doing shitty things. You know, there's been so many times where I've eaten certain foods, or when I would drink alcohol, like, you know, I will feel terrible. And feeling terrible, it makes me not want to go to the gym. It makes me not want to talk to people. It makes me not want to think positive. You know, that's like it. Like, I feel like food is like a very, very important part of what you attract by your day-to-day life. You know.
I definitely believe that too. Because moving from like vegan to like vegetarian or a pescatarian, there's a big shift between like energy. And for me, and the way like I experience people in the world, I'm so serious.
Wait, are you vegan or vegetarian? Where are you right now?
So at this point, I feel like
She's pescatarian.
No, seriously, I am I'm pescatarian, and I think that's between like me having to nurse and my daughter's blood type requiring that of me, which is crazy, and it makes me sick.
So wait, how do we know if fishes are not like animals? Like, you know, how do you know that fishes don't have bad energy just like animals? Like, you know what I'm saying? Because
they are animals.
Because fishes eat each other too. You know what I mean? They're munching each other. So how do you know that, you know, eating a fish, for example, is not, you know what I mean, as bad as eating
it's a habitat
animal?
See, now that's the thing.
You see the habitat.
Yes, so the
Actually,
circle of life.
They still kill each other.
Right, but you can't compare a human to a fish. I don't think we were ever meant to eat meat. Like, when it comes
No, we definitely not. We are
you know
not supposed to eat meat at all. The way our teeth are set up, it's not.
Yeah, I don't believe in that. I just believe that we were never meant to eat meat. And I feel like that, you know, when it comes towards the elites and media and all these different situations, they want to make sure you stay at a low vibrational point. You know what I'm saying? You don't even like fluoride in our water. You know what I'm saying?
Toothpaste.
I
being
feel
everything.
like, I feel like they're feeding us to eat us, but that's another topic.
It's another topic. But like this whole situation we are in now with the whole pandemic, fear is very low vibrational, because fear makes you think negatively about everything. Oh, this person's not wearing his mask. Why he's not wearing his mask? Oh, they're saying this on the news. Sick. Oh, I gotta make sure I do this. I gotta make sure I do that. Oh, I gotta make sure I get the juice. I gotta make sure I gotta get the juice. I gotta make sure I get the second part of the juice. The third, you know what I'm saying? All of these things are causing a lot of, or attracting a lot of low vibration or energy amongst our people. You know, whether we're different or not. Whether this person got the juice and this person didn't get the juice, you know, everyone is still a human being, and we should be protecting everyone, because numbers matter against the elites. You know what I'm saying?
Since we're on the topic of low and high vibrational, could you explain what that means to have low vibration?
That's a good question.
People that wish is bad.
Or if anyone else can answer that, like.
I mean, if anyone wants to answer it, Deja.
I was gonna say. I was just gonna say, you basically was just saying it. Why are you laughing at me?
I put you on the spot.
Because I was gonna say, you basically were just explaining that, like, fear, that's a low vibrational energy. Anything that keeps you not happy. So fear, sadness, grief, those are all low vibrational feelings.
Right.
Love, happiness, you know, all of that is high vibrational. Anything that makes you feel good, energetic, motivated, those are high vibrational things. Things that keep you sad, depressed, those are low vibration. So if you don't feel good, you're at a low vibration.
Mhm.
If you're attracting bad things, you're at a low vibration.
They just on
Right.
fire today.
Okay. All right.
It must be Capricorn. It must be the Capricorn
hate
Yo,
you
it's
season.
so
It
much.
must be.
I
It
hate
Nah,
has
for
to be.
real, you on fire. Man. You gotta give you your props, man.
It's
You on
the
fire.
Hennessy.
It's
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
dead.
You see, low vibration.
But I'm in a good high vibrational energy while I'm drinking. You see, we talked about that.
Okay. High,
Responsibly.
high, low vibration.
So, do you want to go with the next question?
Yeah. So, how are ways that we can put the laws of attraction into use, like somewhere it is tangible? Like how, like I imagine it like ways that we can do that is basically we can visualize. I went to a workshop with one of our affiliates, yeah, and her session was really about your vision for 2022, and the whole. I think everyone should actually do it.
Vision
It's-
board and all that stuff.
Yeah, it's you visioning what
that's a
you
fact.
want for yourself. Literally, she had us put a list of what we don't want on paper. And for me, it was very hard to put down what I don't want. But I found it in myself to put all my doubts on the don't wants. And then she asks us to put what we do want in different categories. And after that, she told us, okay, look at your don't wants and rip it up. And I literally felt an attachment to what I don't want, even though I did not feel like I had enough to say in my don't want. So I think that mentally we have to make a decision to create proper intentions for ourselves.
Yeah.
And the next part of it was making our do wants, as she said, what we want, into affirmations. So is visualizing, is affirming, and also dream boarding. And do anyone know what dream boarding is?
Yeah, I mean, when
Is that
you
different from,
make
like,
a
a vision
board
board?
and then that's not the same thing. You put exactly what you want on the board.
Yeah, it's basically putting your affirmations on the board. So I feel like that was a perfect way for me to put the law of attraction into practice for my future.
You know, and that's the thing. Like, where's the difference between manifesting and law of attraction? You know, are they coherent? Are they the same thing? Or what can we say that makes them different from each other?
They're the
Because when
same
I
thing,
think,
though.
is it though?
I think
feel
manifesting is-
It's very close. That sounds like, I don't know.
I'm
Or,
raising my
or I
hand.
think, or I was gonna say, manifesting is the result of the law of attraction.
I think
Right.
Yeah.
You know, because manifestation would be like, after, you know what I'm saying, you dreamed about it and you put that positive energy out there and all that stuff. When everything that you dreamed of is manifesting itself, I will, call it a result. You know what I mean? What do you guys think? No,
Yeah.
I don't.
I was literally about to say the backwards.
No,
Backwards?
the reason
Yeah.
why I say that is because we're going into 2022, and with everything that's happening around,
2016.
everything that's happening currently in the world, like I said, like these people they play chess, not checkers. Which is why I feel like all of these mandates are happening at the moment. And the reason why I keep bringing this up, because it's very, very important to be aware of what's going on around you. Law of attraction don't necessarily work if you're not aware. If you're not aware of how you're feeling, if you're not aware of what you're thinking, if you're not aware of what you're doing, how can you truly manifest or attract what you want in life?
Yeah, you start with
know?
a thought. You know what I'm saying? You start with a thought. Like you have to think first. So that's all
Right.
part of it.
Right. And if you're aware, someone's going to be aware for you. Someone's going to think for you,
Attract
and they're going to give you what you think you may want, and it's like you have to be aware of what you are putting your spiritual energy into.
Yeah.
Your spiritual is who you are. And if that is being antagonized or manipulated, you are going to become what you are consuming.
Yeah.
Yeah, and what you're consuming is literally like your paradigm, your environment. are your ecosystem. And that doesn't just start right now, that start from birth. It's like when the subconscious mind register everything around it. And especially like when you have children too, like from like about the age of 6 months, like you really have to be careful because like their minds are like sponge, and at that time they register so much things. So if you want to see light, speak light, live light, you have to do those things and make sure that the environment is good enough to produce that.
Yeah.
That was good too. Let's give it a little clap.
Thanks, guys.
I don't know. Were you Aquarius? Oh no, you're a Taurus. Never
That's
mind.
that's me,
gonna say,
baby.
bye.
That's me, baby. It's almost my season. Don't worry, we coming.
Oh my gosh.
What? Hey, Deja, don't do that, man. We coming.
But definitely pay attention to what's going on, guys. Like, it is very, very, very important to understand what is happening in your day-by-day life. Because when you are holding yourself accountable, you become a lot more vulnerable. And when you are vulnerable, that means there is a lesson to be learned. Learn the lessons that seek to make you a better person. Stop seeking someone else to make you a better person. You know, I hate when people go into relationships and they want things from this partner when they should be doing the things that they should be necessarily doing for themselves. You know,
They're looking for the solution and they're still the problem.
Yes, exactly. The solution in other people. Like, how can you want something in your life and you don't want to do it yourself?
The solution is called therapy. Yeah, go get some therapy and then come see me.
And I was gonna say, like, what you said for people who wanted to utilize like law of attraction or like just manifesting in general. I feel like a lot of people are using it, they just don't know it.
Yeah.
And it could be something as simple as like when you make a wish for your before you blow out your birthday candle, using that energy to really visualize, like you said, believe, and then put that energy out there, and then going about your life, and then it'll manifest like, you know, that way. As long as you know, put that energy into it. It's like little things, your vision board, making sure that when you're making your vision board, you're just not putting a bunch of pictures together, that you're really visualizing, you're believing, and that you're, you know, putting that energy into everything that you're going to.
It's more than just thinking. Like, you have to
feel it.
You have to
This guy always.
hey, I'm sorry, hola, basura. I'm like, later, nigga. Let me stop.
Oh my gosh.
Damn, you made me lose my track of thought. Sheesh.
More than a thought.
It's everything about
yes,
you.
it is. It is more than just a thought. You have to believe that you have these things already. Believe that you already have that fast car that you want in 2 years. Believe that it's already there for you. You know, like in 2 years, it's already there. I already have it within those 2 years. Believe that you have these things now. Don't believe that you're going to have it within the 2 years. Believe that you have it right now to really attract, to really have the fifth dimensional entities bring these things to you.
Just to pull out a little conversation before we wrap up. Has anyone ever had a dream, like say they wanted to do something but could not visualize it? Anyone?
Nah, I've never had an issue.
I'm trying to think. I'd be having crazy dreams.
I don't know. So far, like and funny thing is, like I told you guys, like, okay, so when I was younger, I used to always think like negatively or whatever, right? But the only positive like thought or dream that I ever had was to come to America. And you know it's funny, and I literally ended up in America. And one of the things that I used to do faithfully when I was a kid, it was watching music videos. Like I was in love with hip hop, and I always used to be like, yo, like I'm gonna be like in hip hop one day, like, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't know what I'm gonna do in hip hop, I'm gonna be in hip hop. And like speaking of the law of attraction, I'm doing exactly every single thing that I've been dreaming of when I was a kid.
We love that for you.
Right now.
Capricorns.
And that also go to say
I'm an
that
Aquarius. I'm not a Capricorn.
No, I'm just saying that's the energy.
Okay. But that's crazy. Like,
and that
you
also
know.
goes to say too, like, you know, oh damn, I lost my train of thought.
Yeah, we'll come back to you. We'll come back to you. You know, like, keep this here as proof.
Yeah,
Deja was
cool.
here. I mean, when Deja was here when I said that, and Janelle was here when I said it, I'm like, guys, like, I already feel it already. We're probably going to be bigger than Joe Rogan's podcast. And I kept saying, like, I just know it. Like, I can feel it. And this video is going to be proof. Okay. All right. In the next 5 years or whatever, however long it takes, I don't care how long it takes, as long as if it's there for us. Yeah. This is proof in saying, like, yo, we are going to be the next biggest thing.
Oh, right. That's what I was saying. Mm-hmm. Like, a lot of people think that when it comes to law of attraction, there's a timeline.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
There's no specific timeline. Mm-hmm. There are certain things that you have to go through. You have to, like, mature through
the process.
Yes. Mm-hmm. And basically put you in position for where you imagine yourself to be. Because you don't just wake up there. It's a journey.
And that's manifesting.
Yeah.
You know, manifesting is about the process. Because if everything was given to you, would you really enjoy it? Like, that's the difference between a person who made it self-made opposed to a person that is given. Like, there's this emptiness when something is given to you, opposed to when you work for it, you appreciate things more. And I tell people all the time, appreciate the process, because that blood, sweat, and tears that you put into something, it matters, because it develops you. It makes you the thing that you want.
I had to learn that the hard way. Mm-hmm. I didn't feel fulfilled when I got to the destination. I had to realize, like, it was the journey that made me so fruitful. Mm-hmm. The destination is just proof that I did the work.
Nah, I'm telling you guys, like, you gotta really, like, pay attention. Sometimes you have to sit down and you have to really think about what you've been attracting. Like, you know what I mean? Like I you know, growing up, I used to be the kids. I used to be, like, you know, walking around barefoot or whatever. Like, not that my parents was poor or whatever, but, you know, my dad was taking care of a lot of people in the house, long story short. But we didn't have everything that we wanted right at the time, at the second. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But today, when I look at my life and I look at everything that I have, like, I have every single thing that I ever wanted. Like, even the shoes that I wanted back in the days that I couldn't afford, I have them in my closet. I have shoes that I haven't even worn. Like, so it's like, yo, like, don't think that because it's not happening for you today, right now, you know, give up and think that 10 years from now, like, things won't get better from you, like, you know. And that's one thing I want people to really understand about this law of attraction thing.
It's, like, a process, guys.
It's a process.
Definitely a process.
It's a process. Don't give up, you know.
Right. And to wrap up, guys, there's 2 quotes I definitely want everyone to take home and think about. This is first quote that had stuck with me since I started my spiritual journey, because I truly didn't understand the identity of why we have these things. You know, like, why does negativity exist? Why do bad things exist? Why do the elites exist? Why do all of these things exist? And one quote that came to me is that you have to understand the bad to understand the good. How can you understand what is good if you don't necessarily understand what is bad? Another quote would be, as above, so below, as within, so without. And I really, truly love this quote, because it really shows the difference between the physical world and the spiritual world. As above, showing that the outside world is a prime example of the as below, which is your inside world. Your perspective inside of you is the same as your perspective outside of you. Be the love inside of you that you want to see outside of you. This is Spiritual Confessions. Thank you guys for watching.
Wait. I have one.
That was good, man.
I had one quote.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say there's no hope in dope, but you can close.
Take care, guys. Peace.
Subscribe, share, like.
Oh yeah, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And love us. Love us.